Hello friends, it's Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing tonight? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here with this month's collab with Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage, where we are using up our small paper pads. Once a month we've been posting a video and there's lots of other people participating, so they'll all be linked below this video, but just check everybody out. But this month I thought I would just have some fun making some ephemera from a couple of my little, tiny paper pads here. 6x6 is this one, and 5x7. So, yeah, this is a cardstocky type paper pad, little paper pad that I found at a thrift store. And this one is a Dollar Tree paper pad, 5x7. This one has, I think, 3 different patterns in it, but I've been using it tonight, so I'll show you what I made. Yeah, the sprinkles, the stripes, and the, the polka dots. And let's keep it handy in case we need some more paper. This one's cardstock, and it has also several different patterns in here, as you can see, and I have a lot of them pulled out already. So what I made so far, and we're going to make some of these things together, but I wanted to show you, just give you an idea of, I mean, so many different things just with in a short amount of time, and use up some of your paper pads if you want to. So let's start with, well, this is what I made first. I have these little tiny Rolodex cards that my friend Maria sent me, and I have used a couple of them, but I only have a few, so I've kind of been just holding on to them. But I thought, well, maybe I should just make some more while I have them as a format. So I made this little one right here. Isn't it cute? Adorable, right? And here's how it started. And so I'll show you how I did that. And then I made, let's just go around here. I made a little, this was a kind of a cutoff, and I made a little journaling spot here. And I'll show you how I did this too. But these are just little fun, simple journaling spots. And I actually used a scrap here and made a little pocket inside. Let's see. Here's a little pocket right here. So, and then I made, I just made some journaling cards. These were squares because just because of the shape of the paper I had as another cutoff. I wanted to, not make any scraps. So I didn't, just made them into little like 3x3 squares. I made some little flip ups here. These are the ones that you put on the side of a corner of a page. You have your text spot here and your little flip up. I made a file folder. Then what next? The next was the tags, just 2 big tags out of the cardstock, and then some envelopes, simple envelopes. So all of this, just in a few minutes. I think I showed you everything. Oh, the belly band. I'm making 2 belly bands. So this was a tall one, just out of, I have a square scalloped edged little punch, and just made a belly band by gluing the squares together. And so I thought we'd make another one together. I just caught all my squares before I started the video, so let's start with that. You've seen everything I made, so I just want to keep it here so I remember what I need to show you. If, whatever we have time for, that's what we'll do. But I made that tall one, that tall belly band, just by gluing those squares together. But if you want to use a base for your belly band, I just cut a strip. This one's going to be smaller, but I cut a little strip of the plain paper, the solid colored paper. It's cardstock, so you have a nice strong base, if you use cardstock on your base for your belly band. Then I'm going to glue some of these on here. So let's see, where's my glue? Right here. Got my art glitter glue here. And let's start it down a little bit. So I have plans to use this in a certain journal, so I'm trying not to make it too big. But I'm going to put a little, I think I'll just put some glue on here. Okay, and then I'll take my belly band to get it started, or my little base here, and put it on the glue so I don't go, see, have it in the right spot there, kind of like right in the middle, almost in the middle. Okay, but you can do it any way you want as far as where you place it, because you might be making it for a certain size journal and you want it to be a certain length, so you can make your base you know, longer if you want a base on there, or, you know, shorter according to whatever size your journal is. So let's put a gingham one next. And this one's going to go completely, you know, it's going to be all totally on the strip here. So I'm going to put some glue all up and down and just kind of overlap a little bit. And this base here is coordinating with my, you know, coordinating color. So you see it here, but it's all coordinating. So it doesn't matter if you see it, you know what I mean? So you might want to think about that, I guess is what I'm saying. If you're using a base and you're going to be able to see the base a little bit, maybe you want it to match. Okay, and next let's use our stripe. So we'll just see how many things we can make, how many things I can show you in about 30 minutes here. And then this one will be the last one. Hopefully this won't be too tall for my journal. My future baby journal. Oops, I put too much glue on there. Let's wipe some of that off. Let's see. Make it a little shorter there. Okay, yeah, that will probably be a good size for my journal. Yeah, I'm going to make a small one, smallish one, and a bigger one. So this belly band's for the smallish baby journal, future baby journal that I'll be making. And that tall one's for the other one. So when I fasten it into my page, I can either sew across the top or glue it down to a page, and then I'll have a pretty little belly band where I can put a tag behind or whatever, an envelope or something. And so this is the tall one, and this is the short one with the base. This one's without the base. So I have all these squares that I've already cut for future bases or whatever. I mean, these little squares, if you just have a punch, you can punch out little squares, and these have so many uses. You can use them in a collage, a cluster, a little side pocket, or, you know, corner tuck, whatever. So I've got all those that I punched out for use and used up some of my paper pad. Okay, let's make a simple envelope next. So I used a 5x7 paper here to make a simple envelope. And all I did was just take a piece of paper, 5x7, and I made them in two different ways. So like this one has the corners here squared off. This one has the corners rounded right here. I like both, but I'm going to make rounded corners on all four on this one. I kind of have a thing for rounded corners, so I'm going to make rounded corners on here. And so just to make some fast, simple envelopes, again, using up your paper pad is the general idea here. And you fold this up, not too far, but far enough to look like an envelope, right? And try to get it square with your sides. I swear this paper is a little lopsided. It's hard to get it square. And then you leave a little room in between your flap where you're going to fold your flap and your top of your envelope here. And fold the top down. So you have your little flap. I know this is basic, but you know, we're just using up some paper and having some fun. And also we have beginners, so, but it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or not, really. I mean, this is just pretty little envelopes to have fun with, right? And they're already decorated. What more do you want, right? You could put a little word on here, you know, to decorate if you want, but it's super cute, right? And there you have a pretty little envelope. So that will go in our envelope pile here. Made all these tonight while I was just getting ready for the video. So it was quick as, you know, I probably spent about 30 minutes before the video. Now if we spend another 30 minutes, I'm going to have lots of ephemera. Okay, so now let's do the little flips. If you know, I know everybody probably knows how to make those, but just in case, I know there's always new people coming in to our junk journaling and ephemera and paper crafting world. So, you know, got to start somewhere. And so to make those little flips, I'm just going to cut this piece of paper, one of the 5x7s, in half. And to do it really quick, to make a couple real quick ones, just you know, I cut that paper in half and then I just fold it up here and just go ahead and make 2 while I'm at it, right? Make 2. And I have my paper cutter here so I can cut a straight line. And just easy as that, boom, you've got 2 little corner tucks ready to go. Okay, and then the extra little piece here, this is what I use for those inside pockets that I showed you on that little journaling spot. So here's our 2 little corners. You know, say it's on the corner of a page. You're going to put it right here. Glue it down on your back here and here. You've got it glued down. And you have your little flip. And you have your little tuck spot behind. Just like that, easy as pie. So then on these little pieces, let's see, that's not square. If it was square, I'd just round the corners, but I need to even up my little lines there. Let's see. Okay, is that better? Yeah, that's much better. And then I'm just going to round the corners, and I'll put this to the side in case I need a little pocket. Actually, I think I'll leave it like that. See how it looks like a little pocket? You have your corners rounded here, and then it's squared off. I'm going to leave it like that for right now in case I need a pocket like that. And so, let's see, we made our little corner flips. What shall we make next? Here's the other corner flip we made. Put that over to the side. Let's make a Rolodex card real quick. I already cut all these little rectangles so I can make a bunch of these. And all I do, see, I cut a little rectangles, the same size as my template here. So if you want to make a little, now I have the punch to make the holes, but if you don't have the punch, maybe we'll make one without the punch and one with the punch. So all I do here, all the corners are rounded, right? So let's round all our corners on 2 of these. And we'll see if we can make one without my little Rolodex punch and one with it. I got the Rolodex punch because I tried making them without the Rolodex punch and I like it better. I like it better with the Rolodex punch, but so here it is. Rounded all our corners. And here's my Rolodex punch. Where is it? It has the little holes that are the Rolodex punch holes. Hole punches. So, and you just put it on there, center it, and punch. There you go. You have a little Rolodex card with your perfect little holes. It can fit on your little Rolodex if you have a container, right? It fits right on there. And, oh, you know what? I used the wrong... On this one, I used the medium. See how it came out more kind of squared off? This one I used my big corner rounder. See, this has different sizes, large, medium, and small. I used the medium, and it comes out more rectangular. So anyway, still cute, right? Okay, so then if you don't have the punch, which they don't sell that anymore, so it's hard to get your hands on it. This is what I tried before. Let's see, let's line it up. Before, let me see, I have a little pen here. Let me do it on the back, on the white, because I don't want to mess up my little format here. I don't have very many of these. These are old ones that Maria sent me. So I'm going to just line this up. And I'm going to, if I can get lined up, make a little dot here on the part that's right in the middle of this little Rolodex hole punch. Okay, so then you just take your hole punch, and I'm going to punch right in the middle there. And yeah, I think this is what they, see, I watched a lot of videos on how to do these without a hole punch. Okay, so you're supposed to punch your holes, and then I think you're supposed to take your scissors and cut. So see how this is like, it's like a hole, and then it's like cut up. That's what the Rolodex hole punch does, but you're doing it without a Rolodex hole punch. So then you just cut 2 little pieces like this. See, and it looks okay. It looks okay. I just wanted the actual Rolodex punch. See, it looks pretty good, right? Actually, that's probably the best one I ever made. Pretty funny, right? But yeah, here's the regular. And here's the one without. Here's the one with the hole punch. Here's the one without. So that's the way you do it without. Okay, so we made our Rolodex cards. So I'll do the rest of those later, just to show you how to do that. And we'll get that out of the way. We're done with that. And then let's see, we have a scrap here. So we can make one of these. That's what I made this with, just a little scrap. So all I did, I like to make these out of scraps sometimes. And to make them pretty, I just round the corners on all four of these corners here. And that gives you an inside little pretty rounded corner here too. And I'll show you when I open it up what I'm talking about. If you haven't done this before, it just gives you a little, see, here's what it looks like now. You open it up and you have a pretty little corners here. And then all I did on this one and the other one, I think I showed you too. I took my scrap from before that I said I was going to round the corners and just put it in here as a little hidden pocket. Actually, I put it inside the front, what would be the front cover, possibly. Let me just straighten this out. I can see I got a little bit of a slant here. I need that to be straight. So, and then I'm just going to glue down my sides, 3 sides. And this will be a future journaling spot with a little hidden pocket inside. So I never did that before. Tonight I was like trying to just, why don't I make a little pocket in here and use up this scrap, you know, just kind of having fun. So, you know, maybe you'll think of some things, different things to do when you are working with your paper pad and your scraps. Just like challenge yourself to, at the moment, use up all your scraps that you're making from making your ephemera and using up your paper pad. You might as well use up your scraps at the same time, right? So here's the other one of those that I did. Okay, so what do we have left here to make? We made our little corners. We made our little drilling spots. Let's make a file folder like this. And let's see, I've got all I made several of those little triangular flip ups, tuck spots tonight. Okay, we've got drilling cards to make, tags, and a file folder left. Let's see if we have time for that. Let's grab a piece of paper. Let's make a different color. Let's make a spotty one. I got 2 pieces of paper there. So this I do with my envelope punch board. That's how I make little tabs on the top of my file folders and my corner rounder. So all I did, use the whole piece of paper so I don't make any scraps. And I really, let's see, I want it folded up a little bit more. This I left a 1/2 inch on the top. So let's see, this is, I'm trying to make sure this is even here. I've got a little bit of a rough edge here. Let me cut that off. Make me a smoother edge. That's from where I tore it out of the paper pad, and it's kind of just was kind of rough looking there. So now I've got a nice smooth edge. And let's fold it up so that it's less than 1/2 inch this time. So let me get my ruler here. And less than 1/2 inch, so about like that would probably be good. Yeah, that's a little under, let's see, 1/2 inch is right here. Sorry, my paper cutter's in my way. Okay, so that's 1/2 inch right there. That's 1/2 inch, and I want it smaller than that. See that right there? That's 1/2 inch. I'm going to push it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to make the crease here and grab my envelope punch board. There we go. I don't want to craft a lunch over there. So you can make your tab anywhere you want. You can make it on this end, or in the middle. I'm going to make it. This one I made over here. This one I'll make over here. And you do the same thing on either end, whatever end you want it on. or in the middle. You just make a little punch, put this point right here, this corner in the middle of your little, if you have an envelope punch board, the little slot right there, right in the middle, so that your paper is going into the middle. I'll show you right here. Okay, and then you just punch. And we got a nice little curve there, and then you go over however long you want your tab. I want my tab about maybe a little over an inch, so I'm going to go right there and punch again. Okay, and then see how that's how I wanted it. I wanted the tab to go right down to my file folder, and then you're going to cut off this extra. I usually start on this end here and cut over to the tab. Okay, and just cut that piece off, and then I round all of my corners so it looks like a file folder, a pretty file folder. So round this corner, and round this corner. And you can use cardstock too, as long as it's not the kind that that cracks when you fold it. You could use a file folder. Let's see if I like that. I think I need to cut. There's a little corner here I want to cut off. I think it just didn't cut off when the envelope punch board cut. There we go. So there you go, a little file folder. Cute, right? So we made our file folder. See, this one, the tab is over here, and this one, the tab is over there. If we have time, I'll show you how to do a tab in the middle. Let me just make a couple of tags, because that's what and a couple of journaling cards. So that's what we'll do with our next piece of cardstock. I'll get one piece of cardstock here and go ahead and make out of one cardstock and use it all up at one time. So here's a piece of cardstock, and then these are one-sided, so you have some journaling journaling space on the back. So then you're just going to cut the shape of your tag here. Okay, and let me move this over. Cut the shape of your tag. Let's see, I think I'm going to cut. See how these are a little wider. These are wide, not wide, but you see how wide these are, maybe about 3 or so inches. I'm going to cut this one a little skinnier. So there we go. See how it's a little skinnier? I'm going to leave it this length so I don't have make any scraps. And then this I'm going to cut into, let's see, I said I was going to make journaling cards. I kind of want to make them, let's see what I end up with. So I'm going to make one this shape and another one about this shape. And so I need it about like right there. And then this can be, let's see, what do I want to do with this? I think that I'll make some tiny tags with this. You can just have fun with your scraps. Look at them and say, what do they want to be? Do they want to be tags? Do they want to be journaling cards? Okay, so this is going to be a big tag here. And just going to lop off my corners here real quick so we don't waste too much time measuring. Who wants to measure, right? Okay, and then punch a hole in the middle and we'll have a tag, and later on I'll put some string in there. And you can always decorate a little bit if you want a word or something. That circle's a little off, but you get the idea. I'm just showing you what I'm doing here. And then this one we were going to make into a journaling card. So let's round our corners. Have a nice little journaling card. Of course, you can always use this for a pocket or a tuck spot, corner tuck spot. This one I think I'm going to make into a journaling card too. So in a matter of an hour, I used quite a bit of that paper. There's 2 paper pads, and made a bunch of ephemera here. And this one I'm just going to make into some little tags. I like to make tiny tags, so this is how I do it. Just scissors, scissors in a hole punch, Now I have started using my crocodile for the holes in the tiny tags. I used to, before I had a crocodile, I just used this one. But now I have a crocodile, so then it has the tiny hole punch in it, you know. So it's a great for these little, if you make little tiny tags, it's great to have that little tiny hole punch to punch a little tiny hole in here because they look so cute. Okay, so, and this is all I do. I just kind of eyeball my little corners so I can get it done quickly. Turn it over like that. I try to make them the same. Come on, guy. Okay, I'm going to grab my crocodile too and make some little holes in these. So we're actually finishing all of our little ephemera that we're making right now, except for like strings and, you know, decorations. Okay, so let's see. Let me grab my crocodile. I've got it right behind me. And so, yeah, I just make little holes in these and they come out so cute. And I'll put some strings on here later. There we go. You see that one? So adorable, right? Okay. So we'll quick get this done if we have time. Let me check my time real quick. Yeah, I've got actually about 4 minutes. So, and I'll show you what I made in an hour, so you can get an idea of what you can do. Just get some basic stuff done. You'll have some ephemera for your stash, and you will have used up maybe a paper pad that you have sitting for, you know, a while, and you wanted to do something with. And whether you don't have to use the ephemera right now, you can use it, you know, just have it in your stash and have it ready for when you do need it, right? For Happy Mail or anything like that too. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I made. I do have 2 scraps here to use, or what is it, 3 scraps? I have these 3 scraps. I use these after the video. I can make, let's see if I cut them in half. I might make tiny tags out of these too though. Or I could make you know what, I could make a tag like this. This is what I'll do. I'll make one tag like this, cut the corners off, put a hole, and then I can make 2 tiny tags out of this one. So that's what I'll do with these 3. Just so you know, I used up all my scraps here while I was making ephemera tonight. So that's what I'm going to do with those. Made these tiny tags. Let's get them all, everything organized here if we can for a second. Drilling cards, tags, drilling cards. Get my paper pads over here. I do have some left on here, so I'm, you know, only a little bit really though. That's what I have left there. That's what I have left here. Quite a bit on that one, but still I used a good amount of it. And then, so here's our file folders. Let me get all the envelopes. All the little flip ups here, flip up tuck spots. Let's see, these are the pretty little drilling spots that we put hidden pockets inside. Move that out of the way, move that out of the way, so you can see everything we made tonight. In an hour, half an hour on video and half an hour off video. Here's the little Rolodex cards. Here's the little, another drilling spot. The belly bands. A large one and a smaller one right here. So I think you can probably see everything. This is the squares for more belly bands. So there you go. I'm not going to count it, but quite a bit of stuff, right? So thank you for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed these ideas of all the things you can make out of small paper pads. And go ahead and use that paper pad that you've been sitting on for 3 years now. So, and have some fun. Thanks for watching tonight. Have a great night and happy crafting. See you next time.